Hey guys, it's Kelly from Coach K Wiley, and today we're going to talk about empty nest syndrome and rekindling the love in your marriage. Today specifically, I want to talk about the primary love language, acts of service. If you or your partner's primary love language is acts of service, this might take a shift in thinking. Our social rules dictate that if one person's doing everything around the house, that's wrong. And in reality, if it works for your marriage, don't worry about it. Acts of service can be anything. It could be that you clean the house, that the house is clean when your spouse gets home, or that you're the one that does all the meal planning and cooking. If your partner's primary love language is acts of service, it's important that you communicate. Talk to each other. Ask them, what would I need to do, or what would you like me to do for you to feel loved in this marriage? Make a list. Make a list of tasks that they would really, really like for you to be in charge of, for them to be your responsibility. Your partner's not trying to turn you into a slave. It's just the way they feel loved, and it's not wrong. It's just different. So it could take some getting used to. Maybe take a day and do 3 or 4 things on your spouse's list that they would really like you to do. Maybe don't nag your spouse. If your love language is the acts of service, and your spouse is just getting used to that and learning how to show love to you in that way, don't nag. Tell them nicely, I would really love it if you would do this. It really makes me happy when I come home and dinner is planned, that most of the tasks for dinner are done, or that the dogs have been let out and I don't have to do that immediately when I get home. It's okay to let your spouse know. Just don't nag. Ask them nicely. Talk to them. Communicate. Acts of service is probably the hardest one to get used to because of the way our society treats and thinks about these types of things. So take a little time, discuss with your spouse, and come up with ways in which you can both exist and still satisfy the persons whose primary love language is acts of service. Again, this is Kelly from Coach K Wiley.